Hey, it's Sabrina, and this is Renewing Words. Time just moves so fast, and as I said in my last video, I don't know what's going on. Not one bit. And I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow or the next day. I'm just gonna trust in the Lord's plan for my life because I just feel really anxious a lot, and I feel like I'm in a constant battle in my mind. Like every once in a while I'm like, I'm totally fine. I have a moment of peace. Like if I could stay in this moment of peace that I get once in a while, I would be perfectly fine for the rest of my life. But more often than not, I feel really insecure. Just not knowing if I can handle everything that comes my way. But no matter what, the time keeps ticking, and I try to remember that we're all imperfect people living on this imperfect planet. And hopefully, and why am I doubting that there is only one of every single person on this entire earth? So, the point of this video, I wanted to just start somewhere with my reading vlog. Not start when I have a perfect set of books that I'm gonna read for a specified amount of time, because this is what Booktube is. It's very spontaneous, and booktubers make plans all the time, but they then break them because life gets in the way, but they still show us the beautiful things that they read. So I really enjoy Booktube and have done so throughout the years, and I've just been called to return just because of the spontaneity I find on Booktube is just unparalleled. It's simply so beautiful. So, plans I did make. These readathons I wanted to start this month, and it's a few days into the month and I still don't really have a start on these readathons, and I have no idea if I'm gonna follow through with them or not, but it doesn't matter because my goal for this month is to be more active on Booktube, just talking with, I don't know who I'm talking to. Like, I don't want to foster any parasocial relationships. I guess I have experience with being in a toxic parasocial relationship, okay? So hopefully we can have all safe relationships. But just that's what I want to do, is just be a bit more active in the Booktube community, and I don't have to participate in readathons or stress about them to participate. I know that. So the two readathons that I've printed out my papers for are the Cozy Cottage readathon by Chantel Reads All Day. So this is not a very strict readathon anyway, it's just trying to be cozy. So actually I've already done one thing on this readathon, and it is the fresh baking. I baked pumpkin muffins a few days ago. I mean butterscotch. No, butternut squash muffins a few days ago, and they were really good. I don't have pictures, but that's what I did a few days ago. I really like baking. It's a really beautiful process of making something. I've been in awe recently of how making food is really comforting to me. It's started to be very comforting to me because it's beautiful that food is made and then it's gone, like it's eaten. It doesn't last very long. It's very, very temporary, but it is so important to human life. So beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, so this is honestly just a vibey readathon. So just try to be cozy, I suppose, like the Scandinavian hygge sorta thing. Yeah, so that's just comforting vibes. And just remembering that there's so many beautiful things to think about, even amidst mental turmoil and times of trouble. So, next readathon, which is sort of more complex, but maybe I'll be able to do it or not. It's fine, but it's the creativity of the booktuber that counts. And paperbacks and ponytails here, Katie has done an excellent job of building a really intricate readathon, and I just bet that it was really fun for her and really nourishing to her spirit to create. We humans are born creatives, so we are made to create things that honor God, to create with humility and with a childlike spirit. And I feel like this is great. Like, okay, I think this isn't a readathon that is for everyone. Not everybody not everybody's mind is able to process following an intricate readathon. And I think this is something that I struggle with as well, which is why I have trouble with G's magical readathon. Just all the bits and bobs that make up the readathon are just a bit too much for me to be fully present and keep up with in my day-to-day life. And so if this doesn't help me with being motivated to read, I can really just appreciate Katie's efforts and really wish all the best to the people who are participating in the Journey Through the Bible readathon. Okay, so those are the readathons that I was kind of planning on, but like thinking too much about readathons and booktube culture and booktube trends actually stops me from actually having time to read, because I just waste all my time on planning stuff for the readathon, and I just like, I end up rushing through my books and all that. Okay. Well, can you hear my burping? I don't know. Okay, so I have 2 books that I am in the middle of right now that I hope to finish, but as it is, I don't know if I finish any book, and does any booktuber know anyhow? So I feel like that is why mood reading and DNFing is more common than ever now. I don't know if that's true, but just people are realizing that life happens. But of course it's good to complete a book, to get from beginning to end, from the start to end, where you can see that all that character growth that the author planned on giving us. But these 2 are non-fics. Yeah, so non-fictions. Okay. And I really like non-fics because I don't have to worry about spoilers. I'm like, I don't care about you hiding all the stuff from me so that I don't get spoiled. And with non-fics, I can talk about it without talk about them without worrying about spoilers, because that must be stressful to have to worry about spoiling people on books all the time. Well, maybe some people think it's fun, just like, I don't want to be too critical on that. It's to each their own. Bottom line, I think that even if I get spoilers, I can still read the book and get something new out of it. Because doesn't the Bible, isn't the Bible always spoiled for us? Like, we get random verses out of context, and yes, we should take the Bible in context, but taking Bible verses out of the Bible and giving them as an example of some sort of scenario and make some sort of making some sort of teaching out of it for people who haven't yet read to that part of the Bible. That's so common, and you can't deny that that is helpful. Okay, so now let's get into the books. The first book that I am in the middle of is, here it is, Poet Warrior by Joy Harjo. Oh my god, this is not a good look for me. This is what happens when I get why okay, so I used to be like, when booktubers mispronounce a name, I'm always like, you could just search up that author's name on Google before you film. But like today I just decided to film really spontaneously, and if I had my iPad here, I would have searched how to pronounce it for certain. And so yeah, like, I don't want to cringe at anything. Like, I want to not cringe anymore when when names are gotten wrong, because wow, we have so many things running through our minds every single day, and we're trying to do our best. Like today my mind was really, really cluttered, and oh my goodness, expectation to be perfect. I expect myself to be perfect, but things will never get done. And if I refilm this whole entire video with the correct pronunciation, that could be great, or it could, I don't know. Okay, so I will probably search up how to pronounce the names after this. But yeah, so this is getting really rambly, okay? So this is Poet Warrior. This is so good so far. I am like almost halfway. It is a book that is full of poetry, just beautiful poetry interspersed with just biographical anecdotes in between, and the story is just so broken, just like showing broken people but healing. And so as a person who enjoys writing poetry myself, I'm really feeling it. I'm feeling her appreciation for the beauty of poetry. What else should I say about this book? Let me just refresh my memory for a minute. Well, okay, I'll give all the things that you can know about this book if you don't know. This is, how should I explain it? Something that, what can I say that only I can say? Like, I don't want to read from the blurb right now. Like, you can go read it for yourself, because I know that's not what you're here for, and that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to read the blurb for you. I mean, is it called the blurb? The summary, the synopsis, not the blurb. The blurb is like the author blurbs on the back, like the people who say it's good, and then the synopsis is over here. Okay, so I'll get back to you when I'm done. Probably it'll end up in another video, because I'm already quite far into this video, and I think I'm gonna limit myself to like a 30-minute video. I don't know, I'm not doing Booktube properly, okay? But I'm having fun, okay? That's all that matters. Okay, the next book I'm reading is P.S. You're a Genius, and that is a book about just doing what is easy, what comes naturally to you, because life is really hard as it is, no matter what you're doing. No matter if you're headed for a dead end, you're doing a dead end job, or you're just slogging away, or you're doing something you enjoy. And hopefully if you're doing something that fuels you and you enjoy, you can better cope with the obstacles and the unexpected happenings that life throws at you. Just throws at you and throws at you for no reason, the mental turmoil, just all that. And I really thank God that just sometimes creative pieces just seem to come out of nowhere, as some people testify. Like, of course it doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from God in us. Like, God works through us to reach people and show beauty. Just, I love listening to podcasts, and I recently listened to one with MGK and Jelly Roll, and they were talking about this process of songwriting and how songs get edited so much sometimes, and sometimes they just don't get edited a lot. I don't know. It's like every song is different, but it's beautiful. You never know how it's gonna go. Some are effortless, some are really hard but worth it. And wow, life is beautiful. Even though I may not feel it sometimes, I do not remember that life is beautiful so often. So I pray that you do just observe some beauty today. Yeah. So this book is like, P.S. You're a Genius, is something that I've been reading before bed. It's good for it was good for when I was a little tired, but still wanted to read something really snappy and just little tidbits of information about, or like anecdotes about people just falling into their dream careers after just letting go. And no, by no means is this a Christian book. This is not a Christian book. And so yeah, no, this is not a Christian book, but I still connect to it through the lens of what I've been learning in my walk of faith. And just, it does sort of align with the things I've been hearing about, like using your gifts. Like, you have your unique gifts and callings. You can't just force to be another part of the body of Christ. Like, if you're the hand, you can't be the foot, and you can't have a foot as the hand. Okay. Those are the vibes of this book, even if I'm not talking about this book. I hope you get what I'm feeling the vibes of this book are. And of course I'm gonna forget to say things. So everybody does. But I'm just trying to have fun here and just sharing with you what kinds of things are coming to my mind today. Just showing this side of me that I don't usually get to share, because life moves way too fast to sit down and talk to a camera. No, that doesn't sound right. Life moves really fast, and if you're gonna depend on other people asking you what you're up to and what's been going on with certain parts in your life, if you're waiting for somebody to ask you, then maybe it's you're never gonna be able to express that. And yeah, like some things are meant to be kept private, but there, it's just the nature of this generation, just the internet generation, that people spend time online that they could be in the past. They would have been just walking around, going to each other saying, I'm bored, how about you? Hi, do you have something to say that is random? And then, oh, I'm entertained by random. I feel like I'm very entertained by people who just say random things, kind of, that would seem out of pocket. Yet I'm not the sort of person who's very confident in socializing in large groups of people, and I'm not really able to be outspoken. I don't have that right now, and I don't know if I want to ever have that. I will have phases in my life where I'm doing better mentally, or doing worse I don't know. Let's not say I'm doing better or worse mentally. Let's say there are phases in my life when I'm a little bit more outgoing and confident. And there are phases when I am just really shy in large groups, which is most of the time, actually. So I am an ever-changing being, and I think that's the note I want to end on for this video. Just ever-changing. It's just so beautiful that the world is changing, our plans are changing. And I, a few months ago, went to an event at the library, the local library, where there were a group of authors who were speaking. They were having a conversation, but they did not decide on the title of the conversation until the very end. So it was called a discussion on TBA or TBD, discussion topic title TBD, I think, something of that. Don't quote me on that, but isn't that amazing? That was such a beautiful event. So just allow the unexpected to surprise you today. And even though the world causes just so much chaos that is also unexpected, there's also miracles that are so unexpected. So until next time, I'm Sabrina, and this has been Renewing Words with Sabrina. Wow, I don't have to say my name twice. Okay, this exit will become smoother as time goes on. So yeah, bye. I hope this reaches you wherever in time you are, just traveling through time right now, just moving through time. Time moves so fast. Okay, bye.